Yohimbine for post-SSRI sexual dysfunction. Okay, so this idea came from one of guy that reached out to me asking for help with PSSD. Okay, he was requiring coaching and he was working with one doctor. Okay, and this doctor told him two things. Okay, the first thing is there is mitochondrial dysfunction. Okay, and the second thing is he can use something like Yohimbine to like boost desire, noradrenaline, and so on. Okay, so in this video I'll dive a little bit deeper in Yohimbine, so and why probably it's not always the good choice to use Yohimbine, and also what is necessary for overcoming PSSD. Okay, so because many guys think that there is one miracle ingredient that make a switch and then everything is fixed. Okay, so I have battled PFS and PSSD, so I know exactly how these things are working. I see hundreds of tests daily, so honestly it's a good way. I will explain why it works, but also why it can backfire. Okay, so stay with me, everything will be explained. Okay, so if you ever felt flat, numb, or disconnected after SSRIs, your Yohimbine might sound like a miracle. Okay, so but it's also double-edged sword. Okay, so let's break down how it actually works on your brain, erection, nerves, and what to avoid when you already start to take your Yohimbine. Okay, so like this doctor already said, and what I'm saying in my all videos about PSSD, PFS, fixing mitochondria is extremely crucial. Okay, so even low dose vitamin B will help, but there is a better stag, okay, that will take your recovery by storm. Okay, so you will recover faster. Okay, so even B vitamins over the time, but probably over a long period of time, will help, particularly to fix something. Okay, but if you want really fix this faster, you need individual stack. Okay, and if you need my help, under this video you will find a link for the coaching. Okay, so Yohimbine, okay, mechanism, it's unbreak or noradrenaline. Okay, so Yohimbine, same as a ginkgo, surprise surprise, okay, is alpha-2 adrenergic receptors antagonist. Okay, so ginkgo maybe to a lesser extent, but therefore I like ginkgo more because, you know, you will probably not get that crash that is possible from your Yohimbine. Okay, so yeah, I was not afraid of anything when I was trying to fix my issues. So yeah, many guys are complaining about crashes and so on. Okay, that's the life, you know. So sometimes if you want to improve, you need to go through the crash. Okay, so it's not like stable improvement, you know, I am getting only better. So there is always something like setbacks. Okay, so you also need to understand that your hormones need to adapt, neurotransmitters need to adapt. Okay, you personally, you don't have a great day every single day. Okay, so let's talk about your Yohimbine. Okay, these alpha-2 receptors normally inhibit norepinephrine release. Okay, they act as brakes. By blocking them, Yohimbine removes the brake. Okay, so increasing noradrenaline and dopamine in key brain regions. Okay, so like locus coeruleus, PFC, nucleus accumbens. Okay, so the result is more alertness, libido, motivation, and blood flow to erectile tissue. Okay, so in PSSD, the noradrenergic and dopaminergic tone is often mute, okay, due to chronic serotonin elevation. Okay, so Yohimbine helps reactivate that system. Okay, so yeah, like I said, also ginkgo work in similar manner. Okay, but there are also other benefits. Yeah, but the main thing is that you should not focus solely on one supplement, okay, or something, because there are even individual things that will block your recovery, okay? So erection and libido mechanism activate sympathetic arousal, okay, increase blood pressure and peripheral vasodilation, okay? So via secondary nitric oxide effects, okay? Serotonin, especially excess serotonin, will blunt nitric oxide synthase, okay? So it also enhances dopamine transition, stronger mental arousal and anticipation, okay? So there are animal and human studies where there is a boost of sexual motivation, erection quality, can also partially restore nocturnal and spontaneous erections, help in ED related to antidepressant, okay? I grew up in Eastern Europe, okay? So I know many of these natural things like ginkgo, mumio, silagit, Yohimbine, okay? So we always laughed when someone was talking about Yohimbine, because as a kid we already knew how effective Yohimbine is, but the other side is that you can easily overdo, okay, Yohimbine, and if you don't have any supporting things, you can you can run into high state of anxiety, okay, you will run into sexual anxiety because you have so much, these uh, uh, like arousal catecholamines that you are in high sympathetic states, okay? So downsides, okay? So if you don't know how to take it properly, okay, what type, how long, how to cycle and so on, you will run into receptor desensitization or overstimulation. I was already talking about, okay? So because, yeah, even the guy that was looking to work with me, okay, so what he was getting from the doctor, the dose was, crazy, okay? So I see it quite often with the doctors, okay? So they recommend, this doctor was at least a good one because he understood the mechanism like mitochondrial health also and noradrenaline, okay? So most of the doctors, they don't even know this, okay? And they offer you other things like these SNRIs, but they are also blocking mitochondria, okay? So your Yohimbine will definitely not block your mitochondria, okay? So you can create constant alpha-2 blockage, okay? So you will create the risk of noradrenergic fatigue, downregulation of adrenergic receptors, anxiety, insomnia, even tachycardia, okay? So I tried also these things myself, okay? So I know how things are working, okay? So you need to know really how to cycle your Yohimbine, okay? So like I said, too much stimulation will push your cortisol too high. You can experience adrenaline burnout, okay, or even dopamine depletion, okay? So you need to balance the stimulation, okay? So what you can do, of course, you can use things like GABA supplements, okay? So I'm not talking exactly about GABA itself because, when you don't have other cofactors, even GABA can convert to glutamate, okay? So you also need to have mitochondrial and dopamine support because it's not only this, okay? So you need to look at cortisol modulation. It would be probably good to make some tests, okay, before. And also with Yohimbine, you will not fix the endothelial health, okay? Maybe if you had issue with erection for a longer period of time, you need penile rejuvenation, okay? So also you need to have a cycle plan from this, okay? So yeah, you definitely need to avoid SSRIs, alcohol or beta blockers because they blunt your Yohimbine's effect, okay? You can pair it with alpha-2 modulators, okay, to protect yourself against overstimulation, and if you want to maintain receptor sensitivity, okay, so it's always good to combine this with some lifestyle things, okay, so like cold bathing, okay, so light exercise, even fasting, okay, so, but don't overdo the first thing, and you really need to know how, okay, so fasting every day is a bullshit, will raise cortisol, okay, so can affect negatively your thyroids, okay, so how you know you overdone it, okay, so racing heart, tachycardia, okay, tension in jaw, neck, okay, insomnia, crash after use, okay, so in some guys, okay, in some guys where I try to help, even if they try like I said, tribulus, they get these things, okay. Am I able to fix it? Yes, I am able, but why you should run into these issues, okay, so when you can prevent it, okay, so yeah, uh, so definitely is about dosing, cycling, okay, and how to space out cycles, okay, so especially in that case, this doctor told my client that he should use it like for 8 weeks. This is crazy, okay, so it's definitely desensitization of receptors, okay, so yeah, it's not a magic bullet, okay, Yohimbine. It's a neurological reset button that works only when the rest of your system is supported, okay, so you need to combine it with dopaminergic nutrition, relaxation, endothelial repair, okay, and it becomes a precise tool, not a stimulant roller coaster, okay, so guys, let me know what you think, and if you already have some experience with Yohimbine, let me know.